Hey guys, Juan Mazo here, and today I'm actually going to be starting the first part of a mini-series called How to Work 4 Hours a Week as a Boss in a Corporate Gig. Now, what I'm going to be covering here is actually something that doesn't only apply to corporate environments. It applies to business owners, entrepreneurs. What I'm going to be covering is the mastery of delegation, and it's a few steps, but these steps take time to implement and do your course corrections as you go through in life. Now, the first part that you're going to need to handle and master to get more time back in your life and more freedom is do everything on your own at first, right? There's no shortcut here. You have to put in the work. Now, let's lean on some of my prior experience. I was hired as an IT person into a company where I was to run the entire department, but I was the first person in the department. Now, what ended up happening here was that there was a business requirement, someone else was running it, and all of a sudden they're like, we need you to come in. There was no way to just immediately delegate. I needed to come in and understand the environment. I needed to learn the business. I needed to understand how I impacted the business, how I impacted the other departments and business units, and how they in turn impacted what I needed to do. And without understanding those things, you're not going to be able to move on from this step. So there was a lot of documentation, a lot of meeting people, a lot of learning how different departments and different people functioned, understanding the culture, just essentially being the day one guy. Like if you had any job, right, and you were brand new, you always count on that one person that knows everything, that seemingly knows everything, right? And that is who I needed to become. I needed to become the guy that knew how to fight every single little support fire, that knew how to deal with all the intricacies of my environment, the infrastructure, the servers, that understood who I needed to talk to for procurement and understood how my strategy needed to get approved by my boss and how it can impact everyone else. Now, this applies to anything else, right? Outside of IT. You can be a project manager. You need to understand how your projects are being impacted by the variables around you in the business, by your clients, so on and so forth. This isn't anything new, right? You need to completely understand how to do your job before you can actually start scaling back your presence day in and day out. So that is step one. Learn to do everything there is in the job title, department, role, whatever it is that you're in charge of. Once you have that mastery day one, like trust me, it's gonna take a few days, you're gonna be absolutely in great shape. To give you a little bit of context, day one, I was working from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. I was a salary person, so I didn't make any bonuses. So I was in there unplugging things, seeing what broke, understanding the whole world. They tried giving me some documentation, but as the IT person, how I know an IT shop should be run, things weren't up to snuff and it was pretty bad. But by the end of it, I was working from 12 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And I am going to give you all the secrets in the rest of this mini-series. That's all I have for today, guys. Let me know if you found this to be useful. I'd love to talk to you and hear your opinion on this. If you think it was useful, let me know. If you think it was garbage, let me know. Let me know in the comments, right? Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I'm here for you guys. I love answering your questions. Thanks for watching.